All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to some more Into the Yawning Portal. We are currently sitting in the Yawning Portal, I believe. Why do I not have the Yawning Portal map for you guys? I'm slacking. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
Yeah, it might be my turn again. I can go. Let's see, as of last time, we long rested back with the kobolds and then went back into trying to uncover the rooms that we hadn't been able to get into because thieves' tools are a thing and we did not have any. And we found a couple skeletons and a whistle that summons the dead, which I forget who ended up with that.
Hermie has that.
Hermie has that. And then we opened up another room and we found some additional things, but we mostly called a end to the Sunless Citadel. Went back. We called for the magical portal to be delivered back to the Yawning Portal, and we did some shopping. We all got an uncommon item as reward for our efforts. We split up the gold. We did a little shopping trip, and now I believe we are good to go tossed head over heels back through the portal into whatever new time and era and place awaits us.
Yep, pretty much. Give me one second. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to make sure with the party that um having a undead following me won't create any issues.
Uh,
Next level, I'll be creating my own.
I mean, I don't really care about undead. They're not really my crusade's about outsiders, so like things from outside the plane. So like I mean, you're undead or from here, so that not my favorite thing in the world, but not a deal breaker in any stretch.
And Dacton's old, hermit camp was in charge of a bunch of undead. He is sick of them and, rolls his eyes at them, but has no moral problems with them whatsoever.
Depends on which half you're talking to.
Well, the half that's in light, what does it think?
Probably gonna think it's weird, but as long as it isn't like you going in and killing someone in the town and then raising them up, then that's a little different than just being like, well, I'm gonna raise up this thing over there. Have been evil.
Yeah, I more so wanted to do it for some sort of a bodyguard for me. Because,
Yep.
Sorcerers, no armor. Yeah.
And lots of door opening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Oh. Sorry, I saw the ping and it was just a stream alert. I thought.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully everyone's managed to sort their sheets so they can actually remember to use their new toys and not forget about it like, oh yeah, wait, I have a thing.
My toy is easy. So I won't forget it.
But yes, just, above game, yes, Dacton is not proficient in Thieves' Tools, but Knowledge Clerics can become proficient in anything once a day. So he can, if we decide a door is important enough, Dacton can become proficient and give himself guidance and give it a shot.
I mean, I bought extra thieves' tools. The only reason we didn't is because I snapped my thieves' tools. So I have 5 sets of thieves. I bought 5 sets of thieves.
Just to make
And
sure.
I'm proficient
Stacks
in,
of
and I'm
them.
also proficient in thieves' tools.
And Dacton picked up 2, so I mean he does like toolkits because he can use them under some circumstances.
Okay.
He's just gonna be like walking through the dungeon with a brewer's kit and a poisoner's kit and a calligraphy kit and
Did Alton see that he's got a new sword on his sheet?
Do I?
Yeah, that's right.
I do
You-
not.
You should
You
have
sh-
Shatter
You
Spike.
should.
Shatter Spike?
Yeah, the wizard let us keep Shatter Spike. We decided you'd be the best one to hold it.
I can add it in, but I do not actually have that on the sheet.
I thought that that Fruitard had added it to your sheet while we were playing last week. But yeah, the party decided that
Okay.
the only two people that use longswords in the whole group are Vash and Alton, and Vash already has magic sword, so he doesn't need that.
Oh shoot, I didn't realize. For some reason I thought it was a great sword.
No, it's just a longsword. In the
Little magic items tab I can
yeah, it's in the magic items tab. Yeah, it's just a
I d-
longsword.
auto crits against objects. Okay, that's
Mhm.
pretty.
Sorry, the last frontier had to get ginger ale for the wife and oldest. All right. So yeah. So you guys are in the Yawning Portal. You have some downtime if you want to use it to. Did everyone get their uncommon magic item?
Mm-hmm. And I assume we've done a long rest as we do our shopping
Yes.
trips.
Yep, definitely.
I
As
assumed
all-
mine was Shatter Spike.
No, you get another thing on top of that.
Yes.
And we
As
were
long as
just
it's uncommon,
really nice.
Yep.
like a Cloak of the Mandarin.
As long as it's an uncommon magical item.
Sold. Okay. Then yes.
During my downtime, I would have gone to a graveyard and used the. Why can I not actually remember what the name of it is now?
Nightcaller?
The Nightcaller to give myself an undead follower.
Like Graveyard in Waterdeep.
Yes.
That sounds like trouble, you realize, right? Like they might actually care about you animating dead.
Oh.
It's a metropolis, man.
Yeah, especially one of their dead.
I don't care, but the law might care.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I
fight the
didn't-
law and the law might win.
Didn't really think about that.
I'm not sure how many guards I could take, but I'm pretty confident about how many guards they're gonna send. So.
I mean, if you want to do a midnight run, we can do stealth checks and all that good stuff.
No, I'm not very good at that anyway. So, I will probably just wait until on our travelers we find one.
Okay.
I'm sure Nyx could pick you up a dead body if you.
Definitely make some.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have a map now. All right, yeah. Unless anyone has anything else to do, Elminster is awaiting you guys to throw you into the next portal or mission.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Bash is
I
ready.
am as well.
Can you at least tell us which year we're going back to this time?
Never. That's part of the fun.
Figured.
He says, I'll at least tell you what you're looking for this time, though. I'm looking for a special +2 Great Axe.
Does the Great Axe have a name?
No, it's just a very special Great Axe. It is made by We'll tell you who it's made by if I can remember. 1 second here. Where did it go? Oh, it's made by the Smith Durgan. I will type that in the chat for you guys.
Thanks.
It will have his mark on the weapon.
Do we know anything about where this great axe was lost?
Everyone can go ahead and make a history check for me.
I saw.
Vash, if you want to make a check.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was just writing down some notes.
No worries.
Do we know what his mark looks like?
When
Or
I
will we
come
be shown
across
that?
it in the notes, I will tell you.
You're-
Elminster
Okay.
will tell you exactly what it looks like, though.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
I just don't want to give you a mark and then have it not be in the notes. It's been a
right.
while since I read this one.
That makes sense. We are doing history. There it is.
Yes. Okay. Vash and Alton, you both know that you came across this name in your previous adventure. So the fact that now it's kind of ringing a bell is kind of weird to you. It is in the lost city of Kundrakar.
Drakar. That sounds like a dwarven city. And Durgadan also sounds like a dwarven name.
Yeah, Kundrakar was the name on that dwarvish scroll that we sold for like 100 gold or something like
That is
that.
Oh,
correct.
no kidding.
Wish we would have known that before we sold it, huh? Come in handy.
You'd already read it.
Not me,
Or
I don't read
Dak-
dwarvish.
I don't read Dwarvish at all either.
I thought. Oh. I don't
Oh,
read
sure.
Dwarvish either. I thought that Dacton had already read it because he's the knowledge cleric.
Maybe it was Kasric?
Hasrick?
I mean, I read Dwarvish.
I think it was just a fragment or something.
Yeah, it wasn't complete.
Yeah,
Didn't have
somebody
much
did.
information.
Somebody did try to read it because somebody does read dwarvish, but it didn't have any information.
Right.
Well,
It was more of a collector's item than it was anything informational.
Pretty much. If you guys want, I can go through and try and find it in the off week and snippet it for you.
Yeah, only if it's important.
It's not, but the name is important because you guys recognize it.
well, we're going down into the deep.
So, Elminster creates a similar portal, although this time it's a different hue than the last time. It says, "Enter, my friends." And Durnan's like, "Don't feel bad if you can't succeed."
Thank you.
That's not promising.
I want you to come back alive, but I don't want to lose stakes in my bar.
We want a percentage of the door next time.
We'll need to renegotiate our contract. At least we're not being thrown into the portal this time.
Hey, I gave you drinks as a compensance.
And we appreciate it, as I say, diving in.
Artemis kind of
Bash.
backsteps and salutes as he goes like, whoop.
Bash waves and walks in.
Yeah, and last time Dacton was sort of, could go either way, but he has a newfound mission after the last adventure, and he dives in aggressively.
Just gonna walk in.
Give me 1 second here. Somebody from work is messaging me. Huh? Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
I told my boss, I said, I bought the tickets. My dad got to get the popcorn.
All right. They're trying to steal one of my employees tomorrow, those jerks. All right. You all jump through into the portal, and you arrive in a nice little town. All right, go away, Crystal. I'm busy. Why is this not popping up for me? All right. Yeah. So you are in what looks to be a town built for miners. Rough estimate of the population as you guys are entering this town is 2,000. Definitely looks like it's mainly humans in here. But you do see a wide variety of a good diverse population here.
But the majority is human.
Yes.
Did we see a sign post denoting the name of the town as we walked in?
Yep. It says, "Welcome to Blazingdell."
Blazingdell.
Blazingdell. I don't care. Whatever.
Blazingdell's.
I like it more.
Oh, I had it like Fire Blazingdell. All right, Blazingdell. Well, where should we start?
Well, we should try to find Kundrakar, right?
Probably the first start. I mean, that's where Durgan from, or is that where he told us the great axe? I can't remember.
Well,
I
we
can-
can always start at an inn, or we can start at a smith, seeing as we're talking about the work of a master.
Yes.
I think that's probably the best place to start.
Yeah, I think a smith would be the ideal starting point.
Although jumping through that portal always dries my mouth.
Your voice, not this time.
What voice? Where'd that voice come from? Oh, it's that voice sounds a whole lot like Inky, so I thought it was Inky again. Is it Inky?
Erky.
No, Anky.
Erky?
Anky. Erky.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what it
still
was.
getting over being
Erky.
cold. I'm sorry my voices aren't there yet.
That's all right. I thought that it was the same guy just showing up randomly.
Urky's off creating the foundational wealth of generations of gnomes.
So, to the blacksmith then.
Good place as any.
Okay.
Artemis stops a passerby. Excuse me, could you put me to the blacksmith, if you may?
Oh, of course, friend. It's right down there to left next to the Griffin's Nest Inn. It's called the Hammer and Anvil.
That's
Great, it's-
convenient.
Griffin's Nest, is that a good inn? Have a good tavern? Well, I guess he must be in a hurry.
But they don't like strangers here, perhaps.
Well, shall we?
Absolutely.
Start walking down to the blacksmith.
I will follow.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna go check out the inn. You guys hit up the blacksmith. We'll hit both of them.
What was the name of the inn again?
The Griffin's Nest Inn, and the
Griffin's
gentleman
Nest.
says, "No problem. Good luck," and he does walk away. Sorry, the wife was talking to me.
Hmm.
Making fun of the villager, and he was AFK.
We just figured he was a very busy villager.
Yes, that too. All right.
All right. Yeah. So most of us are heading to the Smith, although we've got at least someone checking out the tavern.
Raven's Nest.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds like there's at least two of us.
Okay, so we'll do the inn first. So whoever's going into the inn, you walk in and it's not super busy because it's probably midday or so, but there are a few people having some drinks. There's a couple people. There's a person behind the bar, and then there's a serving person walking around refilling drinks, things of the sort. What do you guys want to do? Oh, shoot, I never changed my thing.
I'll go up to the counter and order a drink. And,
What kind of drink would you like, lad?
An ale, and I'll look over towards Vash.
It was 5 copper
I didn't
pieces.
say I was going.
Oh, I thought that you were. I'm sorry. Oh.
No, I was just asking for the name of the inn. I was going with the
Oh, okay.
blacksmith crew.
Yeah. All right. Then yeah, I'll just get one. How much is it?
5 copper pieces.
All right. 5. Actually, I'll put 10 down. And
He'll
I'll.
give you 2 ales.
Okay. I guess I'm double fisting. All right, we're getting started early. Excuse me. I'm wondering, is there a place, Condracor nearby here?
Oh, the dwarven stronghold? Yeah, it's northeast of the mountains.
Northeast of the mountains. Any roads or anything to get there, or maybe a landmark aside from the mountain?
No, it's all wilderness, and you want to be careful because the dwarves left there a while ago.
Oh, really? Any particular reason why?
Yeah, the orcs killed them all.
Are the orcs still a problem in the area around here, or?
They are, but we have enough of a defense where they don't bother us.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Well, how long ago was that?
Well, about 20 years or so ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's a lot longer ago than I thought. Well, thank you, sir. You gave me a lot to think about. I'll retire to my ales.
Hope you enjoy them.
Thank you.
All right. That'll bring us to the people going to the smithy.
Mm.
You walk in, and there is a dwarf hammering away at something. You walk in, and he looks up and puts down what he's doing. He says, "1 second," and he quenches the blade that he's working on. He comes up and says, "Greetings, lads. What can I do for you?"
Whoever's talking can have a guidance, because it's not active.
I suggest Vash for this.
Well then, in that case, greetings, good sir. We are in search of a mythical great axe made by a dwarven, I believe, smith by the name of Durgan. Would you know of any such axe?
Durgan made many axes in his time, but unfortunately, all are lost in the fortress of wow, why can't I think of the name of Kundakar.
I thought we were gonna have a totally different fortress. Would you know the location of this fortress?
It's been a while since anyone's been there, but I can give you a general idea.
Mm-hmm.
And he will. You don't have a map. He doesn't have a map. He says,
I don't even know where we are.
He says there's a lonely mountain that's called the Stone Tooth. The entrance is somewhere on those hills.
Stone Tooth is the name of the mountain?
The Stone Tooth is the name of the mountain.
Too many O's in Stone Tooth. Mountain. And you say it's where?
It'll be somewhere
In direction
somewhere on the mountain range, northeast of the town.
Northeast of here.
Yes.
I see. How would we know which mountain is Stone Tooth?
No, it's literally the only one around.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. I thought it was a vast range. We're new here, if you couldn't tell.
Artemis bends over and goes, "That's why it's not called Stone Teeth."
That makes sense.
It's about a 3-day trek from town.
3-day trip. I see. Also, what this is an aside as a player. What race is this guy? He sounded dwarvish to me when
He
you
is.
had his voice. Okay, he's
He is
dwarf.
dwarvish.
May I have your name, sir?
Oh, my name is John. Not typical dwarf, I know, but
I mean, did you just say John?
John.
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 Good name.
It's a fine name.
I was raised by humans. What do you expect?
Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, is there anything that anyone wants to purchase while we're here? Any needs? We kind of loaded up before we left.
None particular.
But one last question before we take our leave. John, could you tell us what year it is? The date.
Whatever year it was for Sunless Citadel is 10 years later. I don't remember the
Okay.
exact date off the top of my head.
That's all right. 10 years after the Sunless Citadel is
Yes.
good enough. Interesting. Maybe we should make those investments after all. Sunless. Okay.
Sir Dwarf, John, if we were to head towards Kundrakar, is there anything inside? You're a smith, and I'm guessing there were many smithies inside the fortress. Is there anything that you might be looking for that we could keep an eye out? Maybe as a favor towards something at a later date.
Thinks for a moment, says, well, I don't know what's in there, but if you find something that can help improve my smithing, I greatly appreciate it and reward you dearly.
Good to know. Well, I'll keep an eye out for something. And is there and this might be a long shot, but is there possibly any secondary entrances you know of? Or is there only a main gate?
The only thing I know of is the main gate, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Why is that?
Oh, I'm sure the orcs have it well guarded.
Oh, orcs, you say?
Yes.
How long? I thought it was a dwarven citadel.
It was in the past.
Oh. How long have the dwarves been in charge there? Not the dwarves, sorry, orcs been in charge there.
At least 20 years ago now that I know of.
See.
And is it a
So-
large clan?
I don't know. I don't associate with them.
It is
I
3
could
days away.
understand. Yeah.
Well,
Is there a road we would take that would get us most of the way there?
Aye. Just be wary.
so there's a road that leads northeast out of town
Yes.
that we should follow. I see.
And is there possibly anyone in town that knows the area that we could talk to?
I'm sure you could talk to some of the hunters of the town. They might know the woods. None venture that far, though.
But even
I
the
can s-
surrounding area would be more than we have so far. Where in town might we meet these hunters?
A lot of them can be found in the tavern after their hunting parties.
So
Yeah.
Perhaps sometime this evening. Is there anywhere in town to purchase horses?
That's a good question.
He thinks that for a moment and says, you could try the stables, but I don't know if they have any extras.
At least worth a shot. I doubt we'd be able to get a horse through the portal anyway. They wouldn't let it into the Yawning. They wouldn't let it into the tavern anyway. Any other questions? No?
Nah,
Nothing from Hermie.
me.
No, I have none.
Very well then. To the inn then. It seems we should catch up with Alton.
Yeah. By this time, he's at least one down, I would think.
Oh, so he's one up on us. We should get started then.
Yeah, you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. And I hurry out the door. I go, "Thank you, John."
Thank you, John.
Pleasure. You need any goods? Come back to me.
We sure will. Hopefully with some presents in.
Aye, that'd be
Anything we can-
appreciated.
Pry out of the orc's hands, I guess. To the inn.
All right, you guys make your way to the inn. You do see Alton double fisting some ale.
I give him a little wave.
Yeah, I'll raise a mug.
The bartender behind the bar goes, more. What's your drink?
Same as him, please.
Ale's coming up, 5 coppers each.
Would you have any wine behind the bar? Or anything of a stronger spirit?
Oh, fancy. Are you saying my ale's not strong?
I'm saying it's not a liquor. Is what I'm saying. It's an ale. It's by definition different. Wouldn't you say?
Nah, I guess. He says, I do have wine, but it's a little bit pricier. It's going to be 10 coppers per glass.
Oh, 10. I guess it would be difficult to get a good bottle of wine out here, but I'll take it.
Oh, a bottle? That's going to be,
No, a
what's on the
glass
piece?
like you would offer.
Oh, okay, yes, of course. And he will pour you a glass of wine, 10 coppers.
Mhm.
And anybody who wants ale is 5 coppers. Wine,
10 silvers,
coppers.
right?
I throw down 10 copper
10 coppers for
coppers,
that.
yes.
Okay.
for two ales. I'm double fisting it like
Alrighty.
Alton.
Put down a silver piece.
Dacton bought one as well.
Okay.
Hermie bought one as well.
All right. Yeah. So you all start.
Oh, and
drinking?
can we get a plate of some sort of whatever you want to put together? Meats, cheese, whatever
Ooh,
you
a
might have.
A charcuterie? Mmm. Delicious.
What is charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
Is that an elven term?
It's a plate of meats and cheeses.
I'm just
Perhaps-
joking. I speak
perhaps
elf.
some
Yes. No.
Because elf is French.
Dacton leans over the bar and says, I'm sick of these trail rations. I want something nice and fresh. Who do I talk to about getting something nice and fresh?
Yeah. So he says, 1 silver piece. I'll get you guys something nice.
A silver
I don't
piece
know.
each.
I like knowing who killed my meat.
You hear somebody pipe up and says, "Oh, the boar's fresh this morning. I hunted it. Don't worry."
There you go, boys. And I put, give a silver to the bar.
I do as
Have a
well
guy-
for my own portion.
Have a guidance and go talk to that guy.
The bartender will pocket the money and head in the back.
I guess Artemis will go over since he's a hunter himself,
Hunter to hunter talk.
and he'll slide a ale over to the guy and sit down. You go, or not sit down, but go. You mind if I take a seat with you, sir?
If you're buying the next round, go right ahead.
Here you go. I'm in town with my compatriots over here, and we're just looking for some information on Stone Tooth Mountain.
Oh, nobody ventures near there, but the forests surrounding the village aren't too bad.
How far have you ever gone that direction, and how far if you haven't made it all the way?
The most I'll go is a day and a half, no farther. If you go
Day
too
and a
far,
half.
you encounter the orcish parties.
Ah, so they're thick around them.
They don't want to give up their area, their stronghold.
Anything else in the area?
Anything you
should
can
be
find in
worried
a
about?
forest.
Okay.
Anything you can find in a forest, you'll probably see.
Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary as far as you know. Any tales or anything like that?
The rarest thing I've seen is a big old snake-looking thing.
Ah. Big old snake-looking things. They can definitely be a nuisance.
Yeah, I ran. I wasn't dealing with that.
And have any of your friends maybe made it a little further than you have, or are you the most daring of them?
I wouldn't say I'm the most daring, but I've definitely gone the farthest with my party. Anyone who's gone farther has not made it back.
That's quite a shame. Any of your friends?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, orcs can be quite vicious.
So can regular beasts of the forest. Be careful.
That is true. That is true. Anyone recently that I might keep a lookout, because we're headed that way.
Thinks for a moment. Says, "No, we haven't had any missing lately."
Well, I thank you for your time. Is there anything else that that maybe I should know? It does sound quite risky.
Yeah, if you're thinking about going, stop. Don't go. It's not worth it.
Yeah. About that, we have a pretty large dare upon our head, I guess.
Well, I'd say your.
If I find anyone, I'll be sure to send them back to.
I would say your funeral, but nobody's gonna find your bodies.
Oh, well, nobody really knows us around here anyway, so enjoy your ale. If anything pops into your mind, come on over. We'll have a little food over there.
I'll think for you, but I pretty much gave you everything I know. Good luck.
Okay.
I hope you succeed in what you're looking to do.
Well, thank you. And what was your name, sir?
Jimmy.
Jimmy the Hunter.
Well, I'm Artemis. If you see me around town, hopefully you will, the next coming week or so, be sure to say hi.
Jimmy the Hunter sounds like an awesome prog rock song.
Then Artemis will get up and push in his chair and give him a
Not
head
as
nod
generic
and
as
head back.
John Smith.
And get another ale on the way back
Yep.
to the thing.
Easy enough to
To
do.
the table.
To the table.
Yeah.
He brings out.
Well,
the bartender brings out a few of the boards for you. There's sliced cooked pork on there. Essentially the boar. You see some fruits, some nuts, 2 different kinds of cheeses, and that's pretty much it for his little
Two
platter.
different kinds of cheeses. Ooh. How urbane of this place. Usually cheeses are very regional. You get one if you're lucky. Though if you've got cows, you've got cheese. Though goats make cheese, I understand.
And that's pretty much what you can assume is one is regular cheese, milk, and the other is probably goat cheese.
either way, Artemis is diving right in.
Is it early enough in the day that we could, get some road in if we wanted to, or is it, first light?
The question remains. Sorry, Alton, you weren't there when we asked the question. There's a stable in town that may have spare horses. We might be able to purchase horses to ride as opposed to walk.
I mean, are they going to do well here?
There's a road that leads out of town towards the mountain that we need to go to. We could at least take them that far. It's not like we're taking them back with us.
Is it really worth it then? How much time are we really saving if we?
That does make sense.
And then
It
we're leaving
depends.
them in a forest that has wild animals and orcs. If not hunters, that might see a free quick buck.
Are you saying the hunters might be bandits?
I'm saying a hunter that stumbles across, 5, lone horses out in the middle of the woods with nobody around for miles might feel like he's doing the right thing and
I
saving
feel
the
like that
horses'
point.
lives.
I feel like that point is moot at this point, because if we did get the horses to where my friend Jimmy over there, and I give him a little wave, my friend Jimmy over there says, I don't think we're going to be running into many hunters unless they're orc hunters. At that point, they're probably eating the horse. So
So basically, we'd be just feeding the local ecosystem, is what you're saying.
I would think so. And from what I hear, it's well, from what our friend John said, Jimmy and John, is that it's only 3 days anyway. Maybe it would be better if we did come in. But although if it is a dwarven stronghold, and there might be a lot of good.
I mean, if you want to try to take like a mule or like a donkey or something just as a pack animal, I think that might be easier to do than try to get, 4 or 5 horses all the way through the forest. I mean, how
Well-
deep of a does
I-
this look like a jungle or like a forest out there?
Just a forest, not necessarily a jungle.
I mean,
I think it's probably better if we just go on foot. One donkey isn't gonna. From what our friend said over there, there might be some giant snake and other things in these forests, so it's normal yet not normal.
Would we hire someone to watch our horses while we're there?
this is getting
No
really
one will go.
expensive.
No one will go in far enough with us. Jimmy says no one goes further than a day and a half. That's as far as he's gone, and as far as he knows, that's as far as anyone's. So only halfway there.
Well,
How much money are you expecting to make out of this, raided fortress? Let's not forget that the orcs have actually ransacked the place and have been in control of it for 20 years.
well, what are they going to spend the money on?
I mean,
They're-
if dwarves generally make things like shields and weapons, if I was an orc, I'd like shields and weapons and armor.
Sure, but they're notoriously greedy, so wouldn't they have some sort of hoard of something? Not the orcs,
Probably.
the dwarves.
Possibility.
But then we're just gonna bank on the orcs of not getting it. I just don't know if we'll make enough money to recoup buying 5 horses and someone to guard the horses, and then we'll still have to carry it a day and a half to get it out.
If I'm correct, the thing, and we'll have to see, but if I'm correct, orcs usually don't trade in money,
But in
slaves,
items.
or some other thing.
Right.
Well, I mean,
But
I
right now
think
it's
it's probably.
speculation.
I think probably from what I've heard, is that it's more dangerous getting in there. Not we don't know what to expect. I would hate to make noise going in. I think going in quietly is probably our best bet. And having four-legged friends may not be doing. We could always come back if we're successful in our endeavor.
There's that. It's only 3 days away.
Or maybe we'll be handsomely rewarded by the town and we won't even have to go back. We just tell them, hey, it's open. Go ahead, take it.
We
It's not like
haven't
it's not like we're staying here, right?
we haven't necessarily talked to anyone who would give us a reward for doing anything there.
Well, we could always ask around when we come back, right? No one has to know that we've that we freed anything if we do. Until we ask, and what if they go, yeah, we'll give you a reward? We go, well, we've done it already. Here you go.
Okay. That sounds like an excellent plan. So should we leave now or in the morning?
Is it early enough in the day?
It's midday.
It is a 3-day trip to get to Sawtooth. So either way, we're taking nights there. Does everybody have camping?
Yes.
Yep.
Brought my
Yes.
adventuring pack along with me, so of course I have the needs for a foray into the forest. But if it's 3 days, if we leave midday today, we'll be out there 3 nights as opposed to 2. If we leave first thing in the morning, it will only be 2 nights.
I mean, nights aren't that bad.
Oh. I don't really have any business in town, person.
Hmm.
I already
Yeah.
have everything that I need.
We may as well leave now because we may, as we get close, we may decide to delay anyway to approach at a different hour.
That is
True.
true.
As opposed to getting there in the evening, if it's a 3
Evening.
days. Huh. Gives us
Well.
a little extra time. Sure, certainly. We should leave now. Once we finish this repast, of course.
Finish up my beer, my ale, and my and food, and I actually do order a bottle of wine for the road.
Okay.
We're gonna be
10 silver pieces for the full bottle.
Well, if you all are ready, I am.
If we go.
Off on more travels through the realms.
Mm-hmm.
Head
I
out
feel
of
bad
town.
for the Yawning Portal bar just watching us, travel on the road for 3 days. That's not good entertainment.
Well,
Like,
I
it's
imagine
like a commercial.
that. I imagine that it's probably not a live stream, as it were. Most likely it's being watched by Elminster, and then he's using some sort of illusion to entertain the guests of the Yawning Portal, which he could condense into a smaller bit. So perhaps there wouldn't be 3 days of just plodding through the forest.
I
Not
mean, it is all
necessarily
in the
riveting.
editing. Editing is good, yeah.
As far as we know, we're not the only group. There might be like 5 or 6 groups that he's switching in between.
He's got 5 different monitors up with 5 different groups on.
Like Red Zone.
You think that he sent others to find this same axe?
Maybe not this axe, but I mean, we're what, 4,000 years in the past? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff, within 4,000 years that you can send people
Oh,
to.
I see. Not more groups coming for this axe, more groups going for other items than
Other items.
I see. Yes. Oh, yes. That's brilliant.
No, one up, one better. 5 years in the past of where we currently are, he sent someone, or 5 years later from now, he sent a group. We're now cutting that group off at the pass.
It's a possibility.
We find out that
So,
Elminster's responsible for every lost item of the last, 3 millennia.
Is he just sending in people to steal them constantly?
Well,
My God,
What?
Elminster's the big
Big bad.
bad.
he's the
Is
big
Elminster a polymorph dragon that's just amassing horde of items over the millennia?
Well, if he
Okay,
if he
stop
is
giving
watching-
him ideas.
I was going to say we're just giving him ideas at this point.
What's
If
wrong
he is
with giving
watching,
the DM
he's
ideas?
listening. He can hear this.
Artemis is gonna start walking out of town on the northeast road.
What you don't know
I'll
is
follow Artemis.
Elminster streams your adventures on Twitch and then uploads them to YouTube after.
Yes.
The fourth wall.
Oh no, we've broken it entirely.
Oh, you guys broke it a long time ago.
Mm.
All right, so are you waiting till the morning to head out then?
No, we're heading out right now.
No, we're heading out now.
All right, perfect. So for your first day of travel, I need someone to roll me a d8, please. 3, okay. Your first day of travel goes by very smoothly. As you're approaching nightfall, do you want to continue to push on, or do you want to make camp?
We might as well camp it.
This is
At least that's my.
I mean, you're the one that should be in charge out here anyway.
It's never good to travel at night, unless. I mean, if we really had to.
Are
we could
we?
always-
We're on a road right now, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's only a half a day. I believe. We may or may not be safe, but forest is the forest. It's probably better to just camp at night for right now, and get our rest, because once we get the salt, who knows what happens, or
That is true.
a day or 2 days from here.
Hmm.
After tomorrow night, we're venturing into dangerous waters,
Yes,
per se.
so I believe.
That is true.
Camping would
They
be
say
best.
that day and a half out, we'll start to run into orc parties. At least that's what the Did you tell us that? No.
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay.
It's a 3-day travel to where we're to Sawtooth, and people said that they don't go further than a day and a half. Orcs.
Stone's
Or Stonetooth, yeah.
I mean, we're going to need to, once we're there, it will probably take time for us to explore the mountain to find this entrance. We don't necessarily have an idea about where it is, outside that it's just 3 days away.
I mean, it's on the northeast side.
Though, did they say it was on the northeast side, or said that the
Oh,
mountain was just to the northeast?
I thought.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
the mountain's just northeast of town.
Oh, okay. I thought that he meant like the actual place was northeast.
I have a feeling like we're going to run into someone who knows exactly what the entrance.
While we're probably setting up camp at this point. Does anyone speak the Orcish language?
Pretty sure Dacton does. Let's see.
Well, Dacton should know.
Yes, Dacton does know.
Dacton does know that he speaks Orcish. Okay.
Dacton did spend a lot of time on the rough frontiers. He knows Goblin and Orc, yes.
Oh. Good. That may come in handy, considering that no one else does. I was a little concerned, but now that the concern has been assuaged.
Wait, no. Look at the wrong one.
Should we set a watch?
Camping time. Yep, we're gonna need a watch.
Yep. Yeah, Kasric does not know Orcish.
Oh, Kasric's here. I totally forgot. Oh,
He's
so
awfully
small.
quiet tonight. He's feeling under the weather.
I thought he didn't come through the portal. I thought he was getting sent later.
I could do that too. Either or.
Either or.
Just moping in the back with Alcine, complaining that he doesn't feel well.
Yeah.
That also that he has to walk 3 days, because his stuff.
It's actually 6 days for him.
Yeah, it's twice as long. It's 6 days in dwarf years, I'm sorry, gnome years.
I guess I'll take first watch. Artemis will volunteer.
Okay.
After you're done, Artemis, you can wake me up. I'll take second one.
And Dacton can do third round. Does 3 round it out, or just we need 4?
3's fine. I don't usually do more than 3 watches. Make a perception check, please. Okay. You hear very faint hissing coming from either the woods or the trees during your watch.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm close enough to the campfire now that I'm lit up?
Yeah.
Okay. Artemis is gonna move from campfire into the dark.
I'm gonna follow him.
As soon as he hits the dark, vanishes.
Yep. And you hear in your mind, where have you been? Nyx hears this.
Yeah.
And you recognize the voice.
Yeah. Oh, I was wondering if you would still be around.
It's only been 10 years.
It hasn't been too long, but I have things that I have to do. What have you been up to since then?
Trying to find
Hopefully-
you. Our bond was broken when you disappeared.
Yes, I'm kind of popping here or there. I have very important things to do, Jot. Don't bother me.
Can I slap your friend again? That was fun last time.
Yes. Well, I hope you've been up having some good stories for me since we last. I'm sure you've been up to no good.
Always. Anyways, there's some snakes following you guys in the camp.
Oh, I could hear them. That's why I nudged this meat bag out here. I was hoping that you'd show up, actually. I was wondering if you could keep watch for us tonight. Of course, unfortunately, This thing needs to, or else things can get quite complicated. But if you could keep a watch out and just make sure that nothing happens, invisibly, if you could.
Oh, that's not a problem at all.
Yes. And Jot,
Yes.
I know you like playing tricks, as most of you do. Don't let any of the other ones get hurt here either. I can't be doing what I'm doing now by myself. You understand?
Yes.
You can, however, torture as many animals around the area as you'd like.
Ooh, okay. And you see him disappear. You can still sense him, but he disappears. And he's running off. You have a feeling that those snakes are in for a treat.
Well, I guess that takes care of that. I might as well enjoy the night while I have the time. And Nyx is gonna just find a blank spot where he can stare up at the stars
Okay.
during his watch.
Sounds good. Who was following Nyx?
Hermie.
All right. Hermie. As Artemis goes into the darkness, he just disappears. And you don't hear any of that conversation because it was telepathic.
Little worried about Nyx and Darkness, but he's never injured anybody in the party, therefore I'm not too worried about it. I'll just keep watch on everything else.
Okay. Make a perception check for me. If you don't have dark vision, disadvantage. Well, you're by the campfire though, so I guess that's fine. Yeah. So you hear the hissing, and then you hear faint little, like small, almost like a small little, combat between snakes and something else before it goes silent.
I mean, I guess that's the circle of life, and when things get hunted by bigger things, I just hope that what hunted the snakes is not coming to hunt us.
All right. The rest of your watch goes by uneventful though.
Artemis is gonna come back, like out of the shadows. He goes, well, I think that whatever was out there is taken care of in a weird way.
Yep, some creatures just being creatures.
Yeah. I'm tired. I need to get some sleep. And I'll wake up whoever's up on next watch.
Okay.
Jackson's third.
Yep. Whoever's on second watch, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I'll do it. Oh, thank you.
You guys will do it.
You can have it.
Okay. You listen out. You just hear the normal noises of a forest. But other than that, nothing. Your watch ends without issue. If you want to do anything during your watch, feel free. Otherwise, we can go to the third watch.
Nope. Jackson just reads his book.
Okay. And who's on third watch?
I'll take it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Perfect. Once again, it's a quiet night. Nothing really going on. Just sitting out in the stars. Your companion sleeping. As dawn begins to rise, the day is yours.
Off we go.
Well,
Pack up our stuff.
pretty uneventful for the night,
Hmm.
which is always good. Pretty peaceful, actually. So, start packing up my stuff and start heading back down the road.
Artemis, you can't explain it, but your right shoulder feels a little heavy. Maybe you slept funny, but it's a little off.
Must have slept on a rock or something. Hopefully that loosens up and he kind of stretches it out a little bit.
Okay.
Is it your bow in hand or your arrow in hand?
Sure. Is it left or right? I'm right-handed, so arrow hand's right.
Yep.
Arrow hand.
Hmm.
But it should be okay. Bow hand's more important for aim.
I see. Perhaps you should have it looked at.
I think I'm okay.
I mean, not out here. No one's going to look at it out here. But I mean, when we would get back to.
Yeah, probably when we get back to the future. I'm not sure what the medicine was like back here. Back at this time.
Probably leeches and cuttings. Probably something to balance your humors.
Maybe. By the end of the day today, we need to be cautious
Yes.
as the sun goes down, because orcs will travel further at night, I believe.
And according to the information we have, that will be the edge of their territory.
Exactly. I believe once we get in close, we should maybe get off the road, travel close but to the side. No one would, it would be foolhardy to walk down the middle of a road into enemy territory.
Would be just as foolhardy to crash through the forest. I mean, look at us. Not all of us are
I always forget.
equipped to hike through a dense forest.
That is true. Well, maybe I'll peel off.
Might
Not
not
always
hurt.
good to show all of your numbers.
Hmm.
As I'm sure they probably won't.
Indeed.
Okay. You begin your travel on the second day. Someone roll a d8 for me.
See this.
Who's getting it?
I'll do it.
Quick hands.
All right. The day of travel goes by fairly uneventful. As the day winds down, you know you are beginning to approach the Orcish territories.
Do we find anything on the roads as we go?
What are you looking for?
Any either any sort of unusual markings or leavings of maybe raids.
Go ahead and make a survival
Successful
check
raid.
for me.
Oh, well,
Okay. You don't necessarily see signs of raiding, but you do find tracks that are. Some are human. Others are definitely larger, potentially orcish, coming from the direction you're heading to.
oh, we are within their limits. So everyone keep a head on swivel. Try not to be too noisy. Orcs, although bumbling, are pretty keen. Sense.
Okay.
Okay. As you begin
I'm not-
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if we do camp tonight, I believe we should camp without a fire. It should be well off road.
You think you could find us a suitable camping spot off the road?
I'm sure I could find us something with some cover.
A cave of some sort or something like that.
Maybe, or a thick amount of brush around.
Whatever you think is best.
Well, you have to take what you can get, right?
I
Yeah, I'm
guess.
guessing we can start. We can see the silhouette of this mountain as we're coming towards it.
We'll get to that, but yeah. I have descriptions of what that for that during the next day travel.
Okay. So at twilight, when it starts getting dark,
Mhm.
Artemis is gonna go off path, kind of parallel to the path of them, but try to look for a place suitable and well covered.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me. You do find a place that could potentially work. Not the best, but after searching for quite some time, it's the best that you guys are you're able to find.
I come back and I go, pretty sparse around here. Not much cover, but I believe I found something that may work.
Well, let's get set up.
I show them to that spot.
Okay. Okay, so you guys make camp for the night. Someone roll d8.
My
Yeah.
turn. Oh, somebody grabbed it. There it is.
Okay. Roll d100 for me, Alton.
Uh-oh. I was hoping 8 was good. I was hoping.
It's the wrong bracket. There we go.
As you guys are beginning to make your camp, you hear the sound of howling. Kind of, far away. Starting to get closer and closer and closer.
Did the hunters mention anything about wild dogs or wolves?
Well, they did say this is the forest, and it is. And there's all sorts of things out here. I asked if there was anything unusual, and wolves aren't. So,
Well, now begs the question. The wolves may not bother us with the fire, but the orcs may. So that's the question. Do we light a fire to keep the wolves at bay, or do we leave it dark to keep the orcs at bay?
good question. We are far away, and we still need to keep silent for at least a little bit before we get there, but we do need to ask an orc for direction. Wolves, on the other hand, don't trouble me much, I think, orcs, unless they could be dire wolves. You never know.
Make a nature
problematic.
check for me.
Make a what?
Nature.
Nature?
Also, Dacton cannot see in the dark, and he is not going to be useful on watch if there's no fire.
Sounds like regular wolves.
Same thing with Hermie. He does not have dark vision either.
Ugh, feel like we
Sounds-
should have brought a couple of lanterns.
I have a.
Oh, I mean, we've got
Torches.
light all day. Yeah.
There's also the
Well, I do have
burning
this.
candle. Don't we have an ever burning
Yeah,
candle?
I do, and right when you say that, I say I do have this, and I pull out the continual light out of the little sack, and I hand it over to Hermie. You need a light, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I have the light cantrip and I have create bonfire, but
Well, who doesn't?
I also have light cantrip, but yeah, if we're going to, have didn't you turn that into a hooded lantern or something?
No, I didn't. I just had it in a sack because it doesn't take any air or anything. Always.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
actually burn anything either. You can just put it in a sack and it'll be fine.
Yeah. So we don't need to have a fire, but yeah, we'll need to know that some people on watch are going to have light cantrips up.
Well, myself, Alton, and Artemis can all see in the dark.
Mm-hmm. That's
So perhaps
I mean,
we take the watches.
I hate to say it, but we all know who is better at keeping watch than at least seeing stuff before it's.
So, let me make sure I understand this. You, Artemis, cannot see in the dark, but Nyx can. So the only time that you can see in
Oh.
the dark is when you're in the dark.
No, I can see in the dark. It's just nothing can see him when he's in.
Right. Well, I don't think that being invisible is necessarily needed to be on watch.
Either
Let's see,
way.
considering that we're not putting up a the question still remains: are we lighting a fire or are we not lighting a fire?
Here, and Artemis has the pints of oil, goblin oil,
Oh God.
and he's gonna pour a little bit onto the ground and try to light it. Does anybody have a fire of any kind? I guess
Prestidigitation.
Okay, could you spark a little thing and see if it lights? I'm not quite sure the goblin oil will actually light on fire.
I attempt to prestidigitate the oil on fire.
All right, yeah. It lights, but it burns really fast.
I was hoping that it would burn a little bit slower than it was. I was hoping we could maybe set small candles as a smaller source of light.
I have torches.
Yeah.
No light for most watches and light cantrips for other watches is fine. We just need to know, everyone needs to know that there's going to be some light depending on who's doing watch.
Well, if we play our cards right, we don't need light. We could do watches without it as a whole.
That is true.
Between Artemis, Alton, and myself, we can just take watch in the dark. And we'll wake you up if you need to be woken up, and then you can light yourself up.
Dacton says, "Good night then," and then just,
Good night, Dacton.
Night dark.
All right, as long as you guys got this, I will head to bed.
Has the sun gone down at this point, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've come out to play, huh?
It was only a matter of time. We are out at night.
Feel like a pat on your shoulder.
I'll have to do something about that.
Well, should I take first watch, or does somebody else want to? I kind of feel like staying out late.
Would you like to take a different watch, say the second or third?
Wonder. So bored just walking around looking through Artemis's eyes. Disgust. I'll take second watch.
I was just thinking of next level taking Devil's Sight, which would solve this issue too.
It's fun.
But that's a different thing. That opens a whole new world.
I love Devil's Sight.
Yeah, it's great. I didn't take it this time because I took so many other things. But I get one pretty soon, or I can just switch one out. Maybe I'll just switch one out. Anyway, that's for another time.
that would be fun.
Okay, so you'll take the second watch, so I'll take first, and
I'll take
Alton,
third.
if you take third.
Yeah.
Though Alton and I only really sleep half as long as you two because we meditate.
I mean, but meditation can get pretty deep, like it'd be foolish to just bank on it.
You're aware of your surroundings. It's not like you go unconscious.
Yeah, but aware doesn't mean I notice that wolf sneaking up behind me, now does it?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that you should meditate through your watch. I'm just saying that you could be on watch. Two of us could be on watch at the same time, since two of us don't need to be asleep at the same time.
I get
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In any case, I'll take the first watch.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Okay. You hear the wolves in the distance, and they definitely sound like they are getting closer, but not to the point where you need to worry.
Do I have? I am not trained in nature, so I don't know nothing about no wolves. So, I'll assume if they're not getting closer, that we're okay,
Okay.
and just continue on my watch.
All right. The rest of your watch goes by uneventful.
I don't know where Nyx is, so I will just say, wait, that is a question. Is Artemis invisible when he's asleep?
I would say no.
No.
I mean, he's not actively doing his thing, so
Yeah.
I will awaken Artemis, which will immediately vanish.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's like with Frodo in the bar when he's just like boom.
Yeah, just throws the ring on. Yeah. I nudge his boot with my boot. Wake up, Artemis. It's your turn.
Ooh, it's my turn already, huh?
It's already gone. Welcome, Nyx. Another good evening
Has it been?
so far. The wolves haven't gotten any closer, though they still bay. Do wolves bay? No, they howl.
Who cares? They'll bleed if they come over here.
Good to know.
And Artemis is gonna walk off into the woods.
Do
Which-
I hear him walk off?
Artemis, make a stealth check with advantage. Vash, make a perception check.
There we go. Not very good.
Yeah, no,
He's
you have
totally gone.
Very
you,
good.
you don't hear
Whiff.
anything.
Like a ghost in the wind.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to assume that you're on watch then, and take my own rest.
Rest your weary head. You'll be fine.
Nyx, go ahead.
I
and
like
make a
you
perception
beside.
check for me.
What's that?
Perception check, please.
Perception. Oh, not too good. Nyx isn't caring too much right now.
Looking at the stars, walking around and being spooky.
Just staring at, just pick a member and just stare at them in their sleep.
Just sits there and stares at people while they sleep, like a creep.
I see it. I can see it. Alrighty. Okay. Nyx, you're wandering through the forest, unaware of anything that's going on until you hear faintly to your right the sound of a twig breaking as you see a wolf closing in on the encampment. The others you do not see. What do? They definitely don't sense you.
Hell. Nyx is going to fly up with his winged boot above the wolves. Go, it's about time we had a little fun. I was getting bored.
You only see one of them. I'll
Yeah.
even let you see the one that you see.
He's gonna go, Jot, you here?
You can sense him not necessarily super close to you, but probably about 100 meters or so away. 100 feet or so.
Jot, get your skinny ass over here. I need you to find the rest of these wolves. It's about to get fun.
You hear in your head, oh, I don't mess with wolves. They're too scary.
You stupid, fly above them and just tell me where they are.
All right, let's make some perception checks for Jot then.
He has 120 feet.
Yeah. Let's see here. He points out 1, 2, 3, 3 of them plus the one you've already seen.
Are these normal wolves now that I've seen them?
Yes, they are normal wolves.
Okay.
Hold on. So you see this one?
Oh, I don't see the map. Oh, there we are. Okay. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tokens up.
This one. And this one. So those are the wolves he's able to put down for you.
Okay.
You have free reign to do what you want because they don't know you're there.
Okay. How far off is this one?
They're all about the same distance away closing in. So they're all probably maybe...
They're not more than 600 feet, right?
No. They're probably within about 50 to 75 feet of the party.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot at this one.
Okay.
I'm going to open fire on that one with sharpshooter enabled.
Yeah, advantage.
Advantage because I'm in the dark.
That misses.
Okay. He's going to rip off another one with his extra attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one definitely hits.
Okay. That does 18 damage.
Yeah. That will lets out a piercing cry. What's everybody's who's sleeping passive perception?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think mine's like 14.
15 for Vash.
14 as well.
Also, both Alton and Vash are semi-conscious if they're sleeping at all.
Yeah, so Alton and Vash, you
Or
guys
meditating.
get alerted. Hermie, what's your passive?
14.
All right. You wake up, and Kashrik is still asleep. Dacta, what's your passive?
Also 14.
You wake up as well. So the only one still sleeping on the job is Kashrik. That's kind of accurate.
You're not feeling too good.
And then I'm going to rip off a shot at this one without sharpshooter. But I have ready
Dread Ambusher, right.
for that.
Yeah, that hits.
That does 7.
Yeah, he's gone. Another piercing
Go.
cry. Kashrik's still
Can we
sleeping.
jump in, or-
You all wake up, but I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Guy here. Should I put Jot on the map?
Jot is on the map.
Oh, he's over here. Unless you want to roll for him.
I just roll. Well, he would actually act when you act.
Okay, that works. That makes things way easier.
That guy that bit me. It is that guy that bit me.
Well, you don't actually see him.
I don't actually see him,
Yeah.
no.
No.
No,
He's
he is-
definitely.
He is
You
invisible.
deal with the guy who
invi-
bit me.
he's-
That's all
he's
right.
Definitely, he should have like the little ninja mask on right now. He is invis.
Artemis, you are up first. What would you like to do? Well, next.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot this guy down below me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out another one. I'm gonna go. Oh, is everyone awake now?
Yeah, that hits. He's dead. These poor wolves only have 11 hit points.
Wolves, and then I'm gonna use my extra attack to attack the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one misses.
10 does miss.
I'm gonna go. Everyone heads up to your left. Oh, your other left. He's just messing around with them.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. He's just actually he's gonna fly over, I guess, this way a little bit. And just stay up in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys do hear these laughs coming from above you.
Hermie, you're a little groggy, but you have heard what Nyx is saying.
Without dark vision, I can't see anything, so I will use my action to do the light cantrip.
Okay. You don't see anything within the range of your light cantrip yet.
Okay.
Because that's 20 bright and then 20 dim, right? Like a torch.
Yeah, 20 and
Okay,
20.
yep. Yeah. Nothing's within range yet.
Then I will kind of just keep an eye out. He said to the left, so I will continue to look left.
Okay. Vesh.
My dark vision doesn't extend that far either, so I can't see anything. So what
What's
I'll
the
do
range on your
is,
dark vision?
what's that?
What's the range on your dark vision?
Just 60 feet.
Make a perception check for me.
All right.
Yeah,
Nope.
unfortunately, you're not able to pick anything out in the darkness.
So what I will do is take the dodge action.
Okay.
Where is there an icon for the dodge action?
Not really. One of my friends from one of my old campaigns had a whole bunch of extra icons. I gotta figure out what he was using.
Oh, dude, they're hella easy to add. You can get packs for them on the marketplace, and it's just an add-on that you can throw in at the load screen at the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
okay.
other game's got one that does heights, so you just put a little winged thing with a number next to it to denote that you're at a certain height. It's pretty
Oh, I
neat,
gotta look
especially
into
now that we have
that.
flyers.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cool ones, and I think
Yeah.
you can put more than one in. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me.
That's cool. I definitely gotta look into that. But yeah, so you're taking the dodge action. Anything else?
No, that's it for my turn.
Okay, next up are the wolves. Luckily for you guys are all out of range of them, but they will spend their movement and their action closing the gap.
Perfect. Oh yeah.
All right, Decton, you're up.
Does with the light that's available, does Dacton see any of the
Oh
wolves?
yeah, you see wolves now.
Okay.
They have made their presence known.
If I use my movement to go near them, am I going to be able to get within, say, 15 feet?
Yes.
All right. Then it is going to be. If I do a thunder wave, am I going to catch anybody else?
I will say you can range it so you'll hit 2 of the wolves and none of your allies.
Okay. I'll take 2.
All right.
Let's see. That is con save.
Number 1, number 2, a 3 and an 18.
18 saves.
Alrighty. Do they take half damage?
Half on the save, yeah. So
Alright.
2d8.
And the one that fails gets pushed 10 feet?
Yes. Doesn't matter. The one that failed died. This one will get pushed 10 feet back, we'll say. And take 5 damage. Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. Alton, you're up.
All right. So, am I within 5 feet of Dacton or no?
For the sake of this, no, you would not because he just moved to be able to thunderclap. Or
Okay.
thunder, whatever it was. Yeah, thunder wave.
We're just gonna try to word of radiance the wolves around me real quick here.
Okay.
DC 15 con save.
Alright.
Versus radiant damage.
The top one, the bottom one.
Oh, jeez. Easy saves. It's save or suck, so. But they're in the clear. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Artemis. Well, next.
Artemis is gonna rip off a shot at this one here. The one's next to Vash.
Okay.
$13?
13 hits.
15 damage. This one.
That one, okay. That will kill him. Which one on that one?
This one.
Alright, yeah. That one drops as well.
I would never let anyone hurt you. I still have questions.
Thank you, benevolent invisible wizard.
All you see is the arrows appear out of nowhere. It's like,
That's basically all I see. I know where they're coming from. I just don't know where you are.
Alrighty. Anything else?
that's. I think he's gonna come back down to the ground at this point,
Okay.
and that's it.
All right, Hermie. You do see 2 wolves still standing.
In that case, I will. I will twin spell Frostbite.
Okay.
So DC 15.
Okay. Con save. Left one, right one. Alright, so the one next to Alton takes 5 points of damage. And the one next to you saves. Or close to you saves.
Okay.
Disadvantage on the next attack roll, okay. Anything else for me?
Nope. That'll be it for me.
Alright, Vash.
Did we get a damage on the frostbite?
Yeah, it was 5 damage.
5, it's on the thing.
Ah, got it.
How far away is this wolf from me?
It's 10 feet away from Hermie. We'll say you're within 10 feet or 15 feet of Hermie, so 25 feet away.
Sure. Okay, so I can make it over to him.
Yeah.
Move over to this, because the other one, Alton's got the other one. I'll move over to this one and give him a good slashing with the old Winter's Edge.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah, definitely. And he drops with that.
Oh. How much movement do I have? I only have 5 more movement left. I'm not getting back over there. Never mind. Okay. I will yell. I'll yell up to the sky, which is the last place I heard his noise, his voice. I yell, "Nix, are there any more?"
I think Nyx was in the darkness, but when he landed, Artemis came out because
Yeah, because the deck is light.
Yeah, and I might not have noticed that in the heat of battle because you
Jackson
are kind of
generally has
within 20
light.
feet. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Who are you talking to, Vash?
I look over and I see Artemis and I go, "Oh, never mind." And that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. The lone wolf is gonna take a bite into Alton. Ooh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh
At
God!
disadvantage?
you're right. 15 to hit.
That will miss.
All right. Damn it. I was all
Nice.
excited about that.
Yeah, close.
It was so good, man.
I know, right? Decton, you're up.
All right, we're gonna go a little weird. We're gonna go with, where to put it? Speak with animals and yell out, "Yield or die, wolf friend."
You, I guess, it will growl at you, and pretty much it translates into hungry.
Yeah, well,
You
either
did try.
either he's gonna be moved by my my. I mean, I can make a terrible intimidation check, but I'm too bad at it. 13's
Got
not
it.
horrible.
I gotta say, I've eaten some stuff in my life where I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get sick doing this, but
Ooh, that was weird.
that was.
weird.
Did you see that too on the turn order?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Went
Price is Right wheeled our turns.
What an analogy.
Yeah. Alton, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hold my action to swing at the wolf with a sword if it kind of makes an aggressive run or step towards us.
All right.
or
Well,
attacks me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's-
Artemis.
Artemis is gonna take a shot at it, aiming carefully. He's not gonna be doing the whole sharpshooter thing. He's gonna take a nice hard aim and oh, that's 25 either way.
Yeah, I mean it
Or
drops.
27, I guess, was my first roll.
It drops
So.
that last wolf.
I guess that wolf didn't say nothing nice, anyways.
He didn't say anything encouraging.
The adrenaline begins to settle down as you feel as though you are safe from the night terrors of the wolves.
Ooh, inspecting the wolves. I mean,
Uh-huh.
not that I know much about nature, but do they look skinny?
They don't necessarily look malnourished, but
Okay.
they're trim. I mean, they're just hungry.
Right. They're just hunting like they would
Yeah,
normally hunt.
it's-
They're not
it's
like,
not like they were
starving or anything.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Hermie, put out the light for a second. We've
Don't
just
you
drawn
dare.
attention to ourselves. I don't want to as much as you don't want, but
Well, I'm not
It's-
saying I don't want to, but there are some here that don't. And I look pointedly at the sleeping gnome.
I will cover up the light.
I mean,
I'm gonna telepathically. I'm gonna tell Jot to do a quick circle around the camp and make sure nothing's coming around. In about I don't know, 100 yards radius around the encampment,
Okay.
and report back as Nick's that it.
Yeah. Nothing around the camp.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Did anybody else have fun? Show of hands. No? No fun?
Hermie just yawns.
Yes, you are quite boring, aren't you? Well, it seems like we're in the clear for now. No orcs. At least not yet.
Bash returns to his bed, his little futon or whatever he's sleeping on, and or not sleeping on, meditating on, and sits back down. I guess that's that.
For now.
Well, I assume that if we should police these bodies up, actually drag them away from camp so they don't attract anything else.
They do have some good meat.
I would expect that perhaps Artemis might be the better butcher than you. I mean, you do kill things, but are you good at dressing meat?
No. Why would I be?
Well, you're the one that said they had good meat on them.
Yes, I've seen what Artemis does. And at this point, fresh meat is better than these dirty rations.
Well, your rations might be dirty. Mine are perfectly preserved.
Well, I guess we all can't be elves now, can we?
Well, you just buy good rations. It's not that hard.
or you
I
just
do
have-
like you. You have a sharp tongue. Unlike, Yawning there.
Well, in any case, I sit back down and begin my meditations again.
Nyx is gonna fly up into, is there like a large tree that it can perch up in?
Yeah, there's a decent sized tree.
He's just gonna fly up into a tree and perch up there for the rest of his watch.
Yep. Jot lands on your shoulder and becomes visible. And says, "That was fun."
Yes, but nobody else seems to think so. I don't understand that.
They like their sleep. I don't get it.
Sleep and books and so on. It's if you don't keep things exciting for a long time, things get boring over a millennium.
You're telling me I don't like when you aren't around.
I don't like when you're not. Actually, you're the first one I've been able to talk to that likes to have some sort of fun.
I can tell you're a mischief maker, just like me.
Oh well, I'm hoping to make a lot of with these orcs. Maybe we can really stir something up. Oh, I gotta think about something as we go in. It's gonna be dark in there. Perfect for us.
I'm excited. You know, I can help your allies too if you really want me to. Let someone have a stronger attack.
Oh, you
He can essentially use the
can
help
you?
action to give somebody advantage.
Yeah.
So
Does he have? But he has to be. You
He
have
would-
to be visible to
he
do
would
that.
have to be visible for it.
Yeah. And he's like a familiar though.
Yeah, essentially he's a familiar without all the benefits of a familiar. So he's his own entity.
Yeah.
He was just really intrigued by the way Nyx was behaving in the Sunless Citadel.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there will be at some point where you can help us. For right now, you do best out of sight. I know you're kind.
Very well, and you see him disappear, but you still feel the weight on your shoulder.
You go, Jod, I think we'll be doing things for a long.
I can live for thousands of years.
Oh, well, I'm hoping I can too at some point. But that's between us.
My lips are sealed. And the
You have
rest of your
lips?
oh. You know what I mean. And the rest of your watch goes by uneventful.
Nyx is gonna come back down from the tree and wake up. Who was
Was Alton, was the
Alton?
next one.
Alton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel someone shake you awake, but nothing's there. Wake up, wake up. Your turn now. I'm tired.
Okay. I'll get up. I'm pretty sure I've seen him disappear before, right?
Yeah.
I've sworn that he did that in the Citadel.
Yep.
So I'll just assume that's the business.
Yeah, and you've heard his voice before, his Nyx voice as opposed to his Artemis voice, knowing they're the same person.
I mean, crazy guy in the middle of the night that's invisible. Crazy guy in the middle of the night that's invisible. There can't be too many of these guys.
Let's hope not.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Alton, perception check, please.
Okay. That is... There we go.
Yeah. You listen to the sounds of the forest. Nothing out of the ordinary. No wolves. Your watch goes by uneventful as it's harder to see because you're getting deeper into the forest, but you do see the faint light of dawn reaching the horizon.
Easy money. I mean, I'll wake him up when dawn comes up, so that way, the guys who actually like the sun can see.
Guys that like the sun probably are up already. Oh, you're talking about like just normal people as opposed to priests of Palor?
I mean, as a drow, you always all like the sun a little bit more than I do, so
Yes, there is that. Another pleasant night in the forest.
All right, so now we venture into orc country, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take time to butcher these wolves?
Artemis will quarter one. We're not going to need much more than one on the way in, but he'll take the good parts, or actually, he'll just take the good parts from of them, and in the meantime, kind of pile them all together for other stuff to come in and scavenge. Anybody want a pelt?
sure, actually, that sounds fun.
Make a dexterity check for me,
Okay.
Artemis.
Oh, dexterity. That was a save. Sorry.
Well, what's
Okay.
your bonus for your dex check?
Be at 19.
Because you rolled a 19 plus whatever your dex modifier is.
Dex modifier is 4.
Yeah, so easy enough. You skin these pelts with much precision. So you actually have 8 nice wolf pelts.
Anybody want a wolf pelt?
Yes,
Pretty nice.
thank you.
I'll
Only
take
How
one?
well they're looking, I'll go ahead and take
Yeah.
one too.
I'll take one.
I gotta say, I did pretty well. I had a nice night's sleep, actually. So I guess I have 4, and I gave out 3, or how many people took one?
I took one.
Vash took one.
Hermie took one.
3. Everyone take one. Go ahead.
We'll say
Kasserik's got like a king size blanket
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a blanket for him.
now.
Oh yes, thank you. There's so much stuff I can do with this. I can lay down and have Alcide cuddle up with me, and it's gonna be really good. And I really like this. Thank you so much. Thank you, Artemis. This is really nice. Thank you.
Almost like he's here.
That was pretty good. Well, I'm glad I could do something after last night. I guess last night wasn't too bad.
You're Artemis. You're conscious while Nyx is in charge of your body. Yes?
Not completely conscious. I can see. It's kind of like a foggy dream. It's not that I can pick up everything. It's kind of like I'm floating in water. Everything's a little muffled and a little less bright. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes. So you were, these dead wolves aren't a surprise to you then?
Oh no.
Okay. Well then.
This
Shall
is
we
how
go?
this is how I keep him under wraps for. Although his tongue is just too fast to control. He likes
I'm sorry,
talking, doesn't he?
Yes, I see what you mean. I thought you meant that your tongue became swollen when Nyx was in charge. It seemed a little odd to me, but I understand what you mean now. He is verbose.
Yes. I guess that's the word. What do you?
Chatty.
Chatty. Yeah. Yes. Chatty. Yes. Verbose. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, should we start making our way in? These wolf pelts might actually come in handy. There is a reason why.
Well, they're raw wolf pelts.
That's true, but I would rather have a raw wolf pelt on me and hide than no wolf pelt and be seen. Possibility they could come in handy. Wolves do just like everything else, kind of meld to their environment, right?
Well, at the very least, we now smell like wolves, so we won't be as tantalizing to them.
That's true.
At least those of us who... Does everyone have one now?
Nope, Daxton doesn't have one.
Well, several wolves
He's
and...
too busy reading his book.
He's reading his book.
Yes.
He's like, yo, this isn't my thing.
Yeah, several wolves and Dacton.
I bet you he'd have one if it was a book on wolf's pelt.
That's true.
If you wrote a book on the wolf's pelt, he would have it.
Yeah.
But then he would just be holding it awkwardly. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Well, whatever we do, we need to move in cautiously. Or during the day.
You want to take off through the... you can guide us through the forest without the road. Is that correct?
I can, but he kind of looks back at whoever's wearing heavy armor. But I can't really... I can try to make a path, but I can't guarantee any.
So then should we stick to the road? At least for now.
I feel like if there was going to be an ambush point, it would be on the road. I'd rather come across a random, unorganized group of orcs than one well-formed.
To counter-argue,
Mm-hmm.
considering that there are those of us who are wearing heavy armor, us stumbling through the forest might just make us ambushed in the forest rather than on the road.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
if you have the ability to guide us through in such a way that we don't make a lot of noise, I think only Alton is wearing heavy armor.
I mean, if it's that big of a deal, I could take it off. It's just, you know, I'm rather squishy without it.
Well, I wouldn't want that. But if you're the only one, then we just make sure that you're quiet as possible.
Or just put me in front, bait.
One bright yellow mantle on display.
I mean, that'd be a great way to get the ambush out of the way.
In any case, Artemis, you're the leader through the forest.
Let's head through the forest then.
Okay. Yeah, so you begin to head through the forest. Oh, excuse me. And as you travel north from the mining town of Blazingdale, you pass through the brooding pine forests and deep vales. From where you stand now as you're getting ready to head off the trail, you do catch sight of a tall, steep hill that rises to a prominent barren knob of rock, the Stone Tooth. A thin spire of smoke rises from some unseen point high on the hill's slopes, and you can make out a steep, narrow road or track that runs back and forth across the face of the mountainside. But you guys take off into the forest.
I think.
Go ahead.
As we're walking through the forest, I mentioned Artemis. I think once we get to the base of the mountain, we may want to take the trail that goes up. I don't think us scrambling up the side of the mountain will be much help.
I completely agree with you. Although, if we do need to, and he kind of floats up off the ground, and he goes, and I do have a rope and a grappling hook.
If needs be.
Yeah.
And once we get close, if we can find some animals, I might be able to convince them to tell us something about the territory.
Well, I'll try to be as unthreatening as possible.
Into the forest.
Okay. You guys are actually more like back here, but yeah. This is right here is the path that I was talking about leading up the hillside. So, but yeah. Alrighty. Are you guys going at a normal traveling pace? You guys trying to be stealthy?
I think
we're trying to be stealthy.
Well, stealthy is going to take a long time.
Yeah, you're still about a day travel.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we are trying to avoid ambushes, so stealthy seems like I mean, we're going through the forest to avoid ambushes. We might as well be stealthy as well.
Yes.
It'll double. Double the time you're taking.
I mean, we could be stealthy. I just think that going along the road into enemy territory is like you're asking to be messed with, whereas like, you know.
Sure, but crashing through the forest isn't much better in that case.
No, that's true, but I believe that the forces will not be as condensed as they would be on the road.
Yeah, come across a hunting party of 3 rather than a guard point of 10.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
And there's a
point well made.
possibility that if we do stumble, we might not be seen, or we may go through unseen because of it. When in the forest, there are many times where you could look to your right or left, and there could be something 150 feet away from you. You never see it.
True. So normal pace then?
I believe
Yeah,
a normal pace would be okay until we need to.
I think normal is the best.
So I think like maybe this direction, head up here. Everyone okay with that? Can you see my arrow?
Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah.
Sure, as long as that's
Well-
leading us in the right direction.
Yeah, we'll head up this direction, northeast.
Okay. All right. Someone roll a d8 for me, please.
My turn.
Don't roll an 8.
2.
Okay. This day of travel, while paying attention and keeping ear outs and eyes out, goes by uneventful as dusk begins to fall. What do you guys want to do?
during our time today walking,
Mhm.
did we come across any woodland forest creatures that either Dacton or I forgot his goddamn name. Kasric can talk to, because Kasric can also talk to woodland creatures because he's a forest gnome.
Oh, that's true. Make a survival check for me.
Me?
Yeah, well, Dacton's looking at
Somebody,
it,
you
so he'll
get
do one.
2 people can
Here, I
roll,
can-
or somebody can roll with advantage.
That's-
Roll with advantage. I'll give you advantage.
Right, because
Oh,
I don't have survival, and it also is poor.
Your survival's actually better than.
So Dak can roll again.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Oh, another one?
Yep.
I scrolled away from that page. Survival. Ooh.
Hey, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are able to come across a couple woodland creatures on the smaller side. What do you want to ask? What do you want them to be asked?
Well, yeah, Dacton's gonna wait till the end of travel, get as close as possible because he's a one-shot, but he has both animal friendship and speak with animals.
What kind of animal is it? Is it a bird or something?
Well,
It's always a squirrel.
It's
Squirrel.
always a squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay, squirrel.
Well, depending on if, I assume animal friendship makes the squirrel my friend, and we want to know about the scary orcs and where they seem to be coming from. And I can understand them, and I guess so can Kasric.
Yeah, it'll tell you of there's a door in the hill that you could go to, but some of its companions have gone in through a vent in the hill and have not come back.
All right, and I assume we're gonna want to know locations of both, but the vent in the hill certainly sounds very intriguing.
Yeah, and as best as the squirrel can, it'll give you rough areas. It'll
Mm-hmm.
essentially try to give you like this area up in here is where you're looking for the door and the vent per se.
at the
All right.
end of this
Anybody
little
else
road
have
here.
questions for our friends? Our friend Nutty the squirrel.
No.
I think the only thing I would ask Nutty is the size of the vent, if it can relay that. I mean, is it
Yep,
big enough for one of us to crawl into, or is it just squirrel sized?
Yep. Is the vent only for squirrel friends, or do we think that a big ol' person has a chance of getting through there?
It should be big enough for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you, Nutty. And I'm sure we can find something in our gear to give Nutty to share with the squirrel community.
Sure.
Share some rations.
Mm-hmm. Break up a bit of lemdus bread or something.
Okay.
So, if we do get closer to that area, I can actually scout through an animal's eyes. I kind of can share their sense.
If we get closer and know a squirrel that's going into the vent. Because I think,
Well,
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think the vent is the better option.
That's certainly very intriguing.
yes, and we can. What I'm saying is, if we find a bird, maybe a raven or an owl or something, I can actually see through its eyes and scout out from the air.
And you control it by doing that?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Right. Well, it sounds like we need to be very sneaky sleep and then do some scouting tomorrow morning.
Sounds like that we're getting that close, yes.
Do we want the same guard order?
Do we want to guard the same way? without lights.
I mean, I'd rather-
Probably best since we're getting closer.
We are much closer than we were before. So yeah, I think Bash, Nyx, and Alton would be a good group.
Well, whoever's going first, I give you guidance for as long as it's good for, and I go to bed.
I think it's only good for a minute.
It's only good for a minute. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, so you lay your head on the pillow, and I'm like, there's nothing out there right now. Thanks for your guidance.
Yep, there you go.
I am. I think I'm the first watch. That's what it was. Unless Alton wants to take first watch.
Nah, you can have it.
All right. Because I know that Nyx is gonna want middle watch.
I think Nyx is actually going to take last watch.
Oh. I see. Change it up a
Where
bit.
are we now, by the way, on the map? Are we up where I pointed to, up here? Or are we?
Yeah, you're more getting rid. You're more about like here,
Oh, okay.
because it's still a decent. Like you still got another half day travel technically.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So I'll take first watch and roll some perception. 17.
Okay. Also roll d8 for me, please.
So roll a d8. 3.
Okay. Your first watch goes by uneventful. No weird. You notice it's quieter in this area of the forest.
Like we don't hear the normal birds chirping.
Like you
That kind of
do,
stuff?
just not as many.
Well, we are getting closer to an orc stronghold, so it doesn't surprise me that there would be less wildlife out here being hunted out. At the end of my watch, I will go gently rouse Alton. He's only meditating, so he's not completely asleep. And then I will begin my meditations.
Okay.
All right.
Is while I'm on watch and I'm just about to wake up Alton, has Nyx taken over or is Artemis asleep?
Artemis is asleep.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out.
Just want to know what's going on, that's all. If I can see Artemis, I know that Nyx isn't here. If I don't see Artemis, then I know that Nyx is around.
Yep. Okay. Also, yeah. Alton, your watch goes by also uneventful.
Okay. Sorry. I'll wake up next on watch.
You wake up Nyx and Artemis
Immediately
and
disappears.
he disappears.
You getting used to that yet? Well,
I mean,
I guess it's my turn. Oh, nice night.
like, if I wanted to see you, I think I could.
Could you?
Possibly. I mean, Alton does have a little trick up his sleeve.
Might be fun if you. That wouldn't see me.
You also
Oh,
have,
really?
light.
Light.
Oh,
I mean,
that gets him to go away. That doesn't make him visible.
nope.
Really? So not even see him visibly? Wow. Okay.
You see, invisibility will not. Well, get some sleep. The sun will be up soon, unfortunately. Anything eventful happen, by the way?
Nope.
Mm.
Pretty much just a day in the woods.
I'm sure it'll get more fun as we go in next.
I think you'll make it fun.
Oh, I hope I'm not the one that has to do it. I get tired of making all the fun.
I don't believe that for a second.
It gets boring when you do every. I
feel
just
like
want
you
some.
live for it.
Well, either way, and you just hear like a, and he's gonna find another tree to perch in. And yeah, get some sleep, nighty night.
Night.
All right. Next perception check for me.
Ooh, he does not care.
As you all wake up in the morning, you notice that Artemis is not around you. Artemis, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Figured something that would happen. Uh-oh.
Yeah. You hear a yelp as Artemis falls from the tree, but is able to stick the landing and not get hurt.
Thanks, asshole.
As he as he superhero lands, it says, "Oh, did Nyx fall asleep in his tree?"
Oh, yeah. 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 At least he didn't do it while he was upside down.
Does he do that?
I don't know. I don't know what he does all the time.
Well, in any
It's-
case,
It's
you didn't die, so that's okay.
yes. Sometimes I wake up in weird places, in weird situations. That's fortunately not the weirdest.
Would you tell us what the weirdest is?
No, I don't think I will. Not now. You'll have to get to know me a little bit better.
Perhaps if I ply you with some drink. Not, but obviously here in the forest is not the time.
Not right now. Unfortunately for you.
Well, sometime at night, Nyx might tell me if I ask him. He might be proud of it.
He does like you, I have to say. I'm not sure what it is, but something about you.
We share a darkness, I think.
Well, isn't that fun?
For us, perhaps.
Well, and he's gonna like stretch out his ankles and stuff, make sure he didn't break a leg or anything. Like checking everything out.
Yeah, no, you stuck
Check
the
back up
landing.
in the tree to make sure there's nothing stuck up there.
Nope.
Oh, well, it seems I'm all here. Somehow.
Ooh, here's a question. This is totally out of character, but does Artemis know about Jot?
Artemis does not.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think so. He hasn't really spoken when Artemis is around. He doesn't tend to show up when Artemis is in charge.
No.
Interesting.
Kind of a blank spot.
And none of the rest of us know about Jot at all, except that because I thought he bit me and disappeared. So I think that Vash think that he's gone, and I don't think anyone else.
No, I
Who
don't
else
think
was with us?
Jot's
It was
done anything that, in the new age.
yeah. I definitely wouldn't think he's here in the new age for sure. But I think the only people who even knew that he existed was Nyx, Artemis. Because Artemis was Artemis when I got bit, but became Nyx when he met him. And then I think was it Dacton that was with us or Hermie?
Dacton was there,
It was
but
Dacton was with us. Right.
he,
Okay, yeah. So
he didn't, really see any of it or hear anything about it. He
Weren't
was
you
just
like reading stuff on the wall or something while
Probably.
that went down?
Yeah, I think
something
so.
like that. Yeah, I had jumped to the other side of the pit.
Oh yeah,
And then
Dacton
it bit me, and it
probably in
disappeared.
the secret. He found the secret room and was like poking around in the secret room, not
Right.
caring about what
So
was
as I
going
was
on.
bitten
Oh,
by
yeah.
a quasit, I think it is. In any case, or an imp. Maybe it's an imp. I don't remember. But in any case, as far as anyone else is concerned, he's long gone. But obviously, he's stuck around.
Yep. Real quick, I gotta use the bathroom real quick and get some more water. So, quick 5-minute bathroom break, guys. Right back.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Keep your arms and
Sounds
legs
good.
inside the rat at all times. Artemis? Or did you leave? Never mind.
Yeah, I think Artemis is gone.
Yeah.
All right, is everyone back?
I'm back.
Declan's here.
Actions here.
I think that's
Hermie
everyone.
is here.
We're all good.
Yep, perfect.
I think so.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna sneak up on some orcs.
Well, hopefully.
All right, so you guys are making your way this way, correct?
Now we're about a half day's travel away from where we think we're going.
You're roughly a half day travel from the actual mountain face or hill face, whatever you want to call it.
Is now the time to move stealthily? I mean, the closer we get, the higher the chances of us stumbling across someone.
Said a half day to get there.
Yep.
So, yeah, maybe start moving stealthily. Take a day to get there in the dark.
I'm fine
we
with
get
pushing on
closer.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be twilight or later by the time that we get to where we think the entrance is, because we've got a general direction from the squirrel.
Yeah.
Hey, that's nutty to you.
Is it not a squirrel?
It's
Do you
nutty.
think
the
we'll ever
squirrel.
see
He's
Nutty
got a-
again?
He's got a name.
Are you going to name them all Nutty?
Possibly.
Nutty 1,
Nutty the
Nutty 2, Nutty
17th.
3.
Nutty, son of Nutty.
It'll start off as senior and junior, but by the time the third one comes around, it'll be Nutty the Third.
Yep, they're all just Nutty the Third at this point.
All right.
Julie Nutty the Third.
So
Yeah,
everyone go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Now, because of my mithril armor, I do not have a disadvantage on my stealth check.
Correct.
But
No,
I
I don't. Oh, I don't have heavy armor. How do I get rid of that?
Oh, it's one of the armors. If you dragged it, there's a thing in it that auto clicks it.
Oh.
Now in Roll20, so you might have to go and click on the eye by the armor or something.
Right.
I think, I don't know. I just
Yeah,
know
it says like there. If you go up to the cog up there, it'll say armor class tracking.
Ah, there you go. That's, yeah.
Be
But the
like
cog-
automatic. Up in the right by your core bio.
Right. So just custom.
I think you just turn it off. I believe.
Oh. Well, if it turns it off, it wouldn't. I won't have. No, I don't have it. Okay, just didn't change anything. Okay, yeah, just turn it off.
It just takes the heavy armor off and makes you stop rolling it.
Right. Gotcha. All right. So I'll try that again. Nope. Still does it.
What the heck?
Maybe. Attention, custom AC is not being used. Use custom AC unequip armor. Okay. I need to unequip this. Does it? Oh, okay, that's fine. Get rid of that. Close that. Armor class is still the same. Let's try this again. And there we
There you
go.
go.
It's still terrible, but at least it doesn't say that anymore.
All right. So someone roll a d8 for me, please.
Oh no.
Nope, you beat me.
Hermie, roll a d100 for me.
Here we go.
You just
Top
had
end,
to be
bottom end.
fast. You just
Yeah,
had to be
one-
fast, didn't you, Hermie?
Yep.
1 or 8. Those are the numbers.
Roll 2d10 for me.
Oh god.
Oh God.
Okay. As you are traveling, trying to be stealthy, not doing a very good job at it. You come across a small herd of elk. As they hear you coming, and their heads bolt up, and they just dart away.
Vash whispers, I suppose it could be worse.
Artemis is gonna fly up over top and scout and see if he can see anything.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check.
Don't fail me now.
Nice.
Looking off, you see like the movements through the trees of the elk running away. But that's all you see that's out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna come back down. I go. Well, seems like we're close, but let's try to be a little bit more careful. I don't think there's anything else around.
I will also say that because you were above the tree line with that perception roll, you do see the smoke coming from this smaller hill top off to the right.
Did it look like unnatural? Does it look like unnatural smoke? Campfire? Do I know that?
Potentially. No, you're
Okay.
too far away to really tell.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm not sure, but there's some smoke coming from a peak directly west of us. Or directly east of us at the moment. Close to the southern edge of that mountain. Stone Tooth Mountain.
Was it a lot of smoke?
I mean, it was a fairly good amount. I'm not sure if it was natural or not.
Did Nutty give us any indication where this vent was?
I think he just said over here. He wasn't
Yeah,
really specific.
I think he said it was like somewhere
Mm-hmm.
vicinity right here or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Nutty. Why don't
Well,
you
he's-
travel, tens of miles in a day?
It was exactly 700,000 squirrel paces.
You use squirrel cubits and squirrel hands.
Yeah.
It's actually this squirrel cubits this far.
Nutty has a cousin that, totally heard from a guy that used to go over that way somewhere.
My ancestral knowledge, because of instinct, tells me. Okay.
You know, we should keep. I think we got lucky, but I think
We should
look
keep
more
stealthy.
carefully this time.
Yeah. Also, now that you mention smoke, do you think the orcs might be using the forges of the dwarves?
I'm not sure. I mean, anyone could use a forge. I don't know if they could use it effectively.
Well,
Possibility.
we'll see how well armed our orcs are when we find them.
Should we, if we're gonna go that direction, do you think we should hit the mountain and come down, or should we cross the road and come from the south? Let's hit the mountain first. I think we can scout actually, now that I think of it.
Sure, like keeping our normal. I mean, not necessarily the direction up this way, but kind of more towards this end of the thing. Still
Yeah,
avoiding the road.
Yeah, I think like this direction. Like
Yeah,
come here and then from there down this direction.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Okay.
a good plan.
Okay, we're gonna keep stealthing towards here, I guess.
Okay. All right. As you get closer, it is this particular hilltop, mountaintop, whatever you're gonna call it, is towering over the rest of the neighboring hills. It's kind of a sheer climb if you want to try and climb. There's no trail or anything.
Okay, so we're at the mountainside.
Yes.
Okay.
We're just kind of fast forwarding a little bit.
Yeah, I think we just want to kind of head down, like not climb the mountain, but head down the side of the mountain. It's still in the forest. Down this
Yeah,
way.
skirt the tree line and look up. Yeah.
And I think once we kind of get to the tip here, we might want to send Artemis out to scout to see if he can see either the entrance or the vent that we were looking for.
Yeah, and I've got another round of talking to woodland creatures.
Yeah, if we come across any woodland creatures, that wouldn't be bad. We're much closer to our goal. They might be more specific at where this vent is that we're looking for.
Okay. You make your way towards the bottom of the little hill there.
Yeah, the southern tip of
the sun is beginning to set.
That's actually good for us.
Yep, by the
Well,
time
semi-good. Well,
we run into them in the Underdark. They can see.
Well, dark vision. It's. I mean, it depends on how dark the night is. It's still nighttime. It's not like we're underground or anything. Still moon, stars, that kind of thing. Well, is there moon and stars? Is it overcast? Is it a new moon? Is it completely black at night?
It is clear. There are stars. There's a moon.
All right.
But as you make your way to here and you get under the tree line where it's the canopy, kind of extinguishes the light, you will be in total darkness. Or very, very, very dim light. What do you guys want to do?
You want to try to find that animal?
I'm gonna find me an animal.
All right, make a survival check.
Not nature?
Yeah, no survival.
Yeah, survival 13.
It's not bad. Yeah, you are able to find a bird nest in a tree with a couple birds in it.
Same combo of animal friendship and communicate with animals, speak with animals, and same questions as before. Ask about the comings and goings of the big scary orcs, and hey, where's this vent that Nutty has told us about?
They don't know nothing about a vent, but they do know that there is warm air that rises that they use to get some lift. They don't really pay attention to the orcs because they're not the type of birds that the orcs would try and eat because they're too small.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not too worried about the orcs.
Is the warm air from the smoky part or from somewhere else?
The warm air is from this area here.
Mm-hmm.
And
They do tell you to beware because sometimes there is a large flying bird that will prey on anything around.
So stay under tree cover. Dacton, do you think that they're indicating that the vent is the smoke? Or
Yes. Yeah. The whole smoky area has good updrafts that they like to get high. So maybe the birds get high just from huffing smoke. I don't know, but
well, air currents and whatnot. I'm not really familiar with flight. But in any case, it's sounding like the vent that we're looking for is where the plume of smoke is.
Well, there's got to be some sort of hole.
Do we want to move towards that?
I think that's probably best. Do we want to do it under the cover of night, or do we want to do it? We should probably do it under the cover of night.
I mean,
actually.
We can't really take camp this close, I don't think.
No.
We'll end up getting ambushed by a group of orcs. I think we're close enough that we just need to go for the vent. Maybe once we get close to the vent, we might think about taking a break once we get inside it.
We can find a cave nearby or something.
But I think we need to head for that smoke.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, it's getting dark, right?
Well, yeah. How much longer do we have Artemis?
Not much longer.
Well, at least we the rest of us, if we get out of the tree line, we can kind of take our bearings and see which direction the smoke is. Are we close enough to see it?
It's harder to see at night, but you do see a thin wisp of smoke.
Well, at least we have a general direction to head. Though not having Artemis with us could be trouble.
And animal friendship lasts for 24 hours, so our bird friend can lead us for a while.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, yeah, and it will lead you to where the updraft is. You don't see anything right away on the hilltop, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, go ahead and make a perception check. I'll allow one with advantage or two separate ones.
Dacton can't see in the dark, so that's up to somebody else.
Neither can Hermie.
I'll do it.
Who said all?
Is that with advantage?
Yes, because no one else is rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, either, yep.
Oh my god.
Ain't real dark.
Well, Nyx is also terrible at it.
Nyx also doesn't care that much, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah. Looking around, it's tough to see, but eventually, because you just barely made the DC, you find that there is a rock chimney where the smoke is actually coming from. It definitely looks large enough for you and your companions to fit in.
The question is, do we want to head in now, or do we want to... We're here now. Can we find cover around the rock chimney here to take a night's rest? Will the orcs come up to the top of the rock chimney?
Do we really want to climb down through smoke?
In the darkness? Probably not. But it's a wisp of smoke. It's not a column. It's maybe they're just using cooking fires or something and not the actual forge. It is warm enough to create an updraft, though.
I could just walk in the front door.
Well, you might be able to walk in the front door.
Yeah.
But Nix, think how much fun it'll be to come around to the other side of the front door and just, fill their backsides full of arrows.
Would also. I feel like cause a distraction of some sort. That would be distractions are always, especially when they involve fire or acid or many other things.
So
Alright,
you're advocating for going in the front door by yourself as a distraction while the rest of us climb down the chimney?
Oh, I don't think that. I think what we can do, possibly create a diversion inside, and then walk in the front door as they take people back in to see what it is. The guards would be slim at that moment. We don't know where we're coming in. Well, actually, we don't know where we're coming in either way, but I guess that's the fun part, huh? You could either be climbing down into a kitchen or a death trap. I wonder which one it is.
You wonder enough to climb down?
Oh. I mean, as long as it's dark.
Well, there is smoke. Where there's smoke, there tends to be fire. And where there's fire, there tends to be light.
What do we have? Something like 4 hours before we would start to, be concerned about being exhausted because we haven't slept yet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Alternately, we sleep here on the top of this rock outcropping, hopefully with some cover from the entrance, though we haven't seen the entrance yet, so we don't know where that is.
And we need cover from the flying bird creature.
Flying bird creature. Yes.
I do have someone that can look out for
I'm sorry,
Really?
what?
anything.
You have a friend?
Oh yes, I have many friends all over the place. You
Hmm.
guys may not be my friend per se. You'll get to know me.
Insight check.
Ooh.
No, I don't know anything.
Not with that.
7.
Nix,
Should I make a deception check?
Nix, whisper me persuasion or deception, whatever it may be.
Okay. Whisper.
That's right. Roll real high, because
you believe him 100%, Daxton.
that tracks actually. That does track.
I know every
I challenge you. Okay, whatever you say, man.
Yeah.
Back to the book.
So then, we're gonna head inside down the chimney then?
I think what we should do is maybe rest, as we all need to sleep, I guess.
Sounds good.
We could use the wolf pelts that Artemis gave us. And
Well,
blend right into the rock.
we know where the chimney is. We could go back down off the rock to get some cover underneath the tree canopy, so we're not hunted by a giant bird.
I would rather have advantage of height. Enemy charging up. And like I said, I have eyes everywhere.
And, I mean, did we get a description from our friend the bird about what this giant bird was? Did it hunt at night? Does it hunt during the day?
Just a giant bird that comes around once in a while. Grabs food, grabs orcs,
Perhaps
other
orcs.
animals.
It's quite
Crabs,
large.
orcs,
Yeah.
holy
Oh.
crap.
It's quite large.
It's a giant bird.
Well, well, if these birds have seen it, I'm going to follow my logic here. These birds have seen it, or this bird has seen it. This bird, I'm assuming, is not a nocturnal creature because we met it during the day. So, ergo, the bird, the giant bird, is not a nocturnal hunting animal. So we should be safe on the rock at night.
Is it pretty craggy, the rock? Or is it, are
It's
there little
not gonna
nooks
be-
and crannies that you can tuck up into?
It's not going to be a comfortable night's sleep, but it will be sufficient.
Well, I don't
I
need to be
think-
comfortable and meditate.
I think we should stay on the rock, and I will keep an eye out.
I think we could just do the same watch we normally do, but yes.
All right.
Because Artemis will
Back
need his
in.
rest as well.
Daxton finds somewhere that seems not terrible and goes to bed.
Okay.
I'll take the
Uh,
first watch.
Nix is gonna ask Jot to keep an eye out and wake the meat bag if he sees anything dangerous.
Okay. You see it turn into a bat and fly
Yeah.
away.
Okay. And he's gonna go to sleep.
Okay. All right. So I need someone to roll a d8 for me, please. Is anyone keep watch besides Jot?
I mean, I'd take a turn.
Vash said he was going to take the
Okay.
first
Okay.
watch.
I missed that. Yep. Go ahead and roll a d8, Bash.
8.
Oh no!
Yes. Sweet. Attacked by wolves.
Roll a-
Attacked by
roll
a giant rock.
Roll a percentile for me.
Rabid
Okay.
mountain goats.
Percentile. 99.
Oh,
It's
no.
only getting better. You wanted some excitement, Nix. Here it comes.
Rare mountain goats.
Oh my god!
Yes, rabid were mountain goats.
We're gonna get like an owl bear or something.
Make a perception check for me.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Perception check for me.
Gotcha. Perception check.
Like that. That sounds like GPK voice.
21.
As you are watching out, you're looking at the night sky, you're looking all around, trying to make sure you and your companions are going to be safe for the night. You hear the sound of wings getting louder and louder and closer and closer. And you look and you see a large bird-like creature circling the sky, coming from a little from the east, making its way around the mountain. Make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Okay. You see it begin to come closer, and it's not a bird. Make a nature check for me.
Oh no. That's gonna be terrible.
Oh my god.
Natural 20. Holy balls.
You've
Not that it helps me identifying what this thing is, but at least I'll
you've
know
read
on
about
death.
these creatures. You haven't seen one,
Hmm.
but you've definitely heard of dragons.
Oh, jeez.
As a silhouette in the sky kind of goes in front of the moon, and you see that it is in fact a dragon. And you see it.
Can I
Oh, go ahead.
determine how big the dragon is? Because we've met a dragon before.
Oh, true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It is definitely much larger than the one you saw.
Right, because that one was like a wormling,
Yes.
I think. What her name was?
Calcrix.
I think you're right.
Yeah, Calcrix.
Calcrix was a
Calcrix.
wormling.
She was a baby dragon. I forgot about Calcrix. So
Yeah,
you've
Calcrix.
heard about them. You've seen one, but this
Mhm.
is at least double the size of little Calcrix.
Can I tell? I mean, it's dark and it's far away, so I probably can't tell what color it is.
You can't tell the color until the moon shimmers on its black scales.
Oh shit.
Black dragon.
And you see its head kind of snake around, and it dives down. And you hear, do you understand Orcish?
I do not.
You hear some yelling in Orcish before you see the dragon flying back up into the air with a limp body in its clutches, and it heads back east.
Where did it grab this orc in relation to us? Because we're here at kind of the top of this thing, or nearby it.
We're like over here, I think.
It was maybe 200 yards away.
To the east of us?
To a little to the west.
A little to the west of us. Oh, the northwest.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the dragon came
I'm assuming that this is a... Yeah, anyway.
Oh, go ahead. And the dragon came from this area over here.
Over there, towards the lake-ish there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I won't bother waking anyone because everyone needs their beauty sleep. But I will keep an eye out towards that direction more so than I mean, I'm still going to look around the whole way, but I'm definitely spending a little more time looking this way.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very tense night, but it goes by uneventful besides the...
It only tense for me. Everyone else is
everyone else is sleeping well. Very tense
we all
night
wake
for
up.
you.
He's like,
I wasn't within range for the dragon fear. It's okay. I mean, there's the normal fear of dragons, but not the dragon fear.
Yeah. A little nerve wracking, but you wake up or not wake up, but your watch ends semi uneventful.
Well, I'll wake up Artemis for his mid watch. He didn't say which one he was going to do, so I'm just going to wake him up for the second watch.
Yeah.
oh,
You wake up
so
Artemis, and
tired.
it disappears.
Oh,
why did you wake me up? Why didn't you wake up the other elf?
it was your turn.
Is it? Fine. Did you see anything?
Oh, yes.
Wait. Something interesting happened. What happened? What happened? What happened?
To the east, there's a lake. We can barely see it from the top of this hill. From that direction came a black dragon. A bit larger than the one we faced before. You remember that one?
Oh, I wonder.
The
what
white
it-
dragon we met in the Sunless Citadel?
Yes. This
was
one's
larger
much
than-
bigger.
Was bigger than that one. Big
wonder-
enough that it swooped down, grabbed an orc, and flew away with it in its talon.
Oh, so then it's a friend. I'm just fooling,
Well,
of course. Black dragons are nasty beasts.
The enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend. I'm
Well.
sure he would eat us as well as he would eat them.
Oh, of
but-
course he would. I wonder who it is.
Well, if we get the chance to meet them, perhaps they only eat orc flesh. Though
Oh, I highly doubt that.
I have heard that elves such as myself and Alton are delicious to them. But that could just be my my own narcissism. In any case, it
You
flew
might
off to
just
the
wanna-
east.
Well, I'll keep an eye out then.
And say hello to your little friend for us.
What friend?
Oh, you mentioned you had friends.
Yes, I have friends everywhere.
Well, say hello to them for us.
Hello, friends. You see him look around sarcastically.
And then Vash walks over to his little bedroll and sits down and meditates.
Okay. Artemis, make a perception check for me.
Well, I was about to say roll
Roll.
a d8 and roll another d8 and a 99. Holy-
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Perception. There you go.
Keep your eyes out, and you do hear kind of off in the distance the panicked voices of orcs, but not. Do you speak Orcish?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you just hear sounds that you know it's talking, but you don't know what they're saying. But you keep an eye to the east, and you don't see any more silhouettes of dragons or big birds. Jot will say to you, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I was hiding. Those things can see me."
Yes, I understand. I really wish you would have woken me, though. I would have liked to have seen it.
I feel
And
like I feel like you would have tried to kill it. And that's not a good idea.
No, I'm not that silly. Of course I can't take it in mortal flesh back. But it would be fun to see nonetheless, especially to see the orc's terror in his face. But unfortunately, I don't have my chance yet. And then Nyx is creepy crawlies. Nice. Come and snatch you. You can't.
Hmm.
Well, I guess I'll just keep a lookout. Jot, please let me know. They are magnificent.
You keep cutting out.
I said, Jot, please wake me up if he comes back around. They are magnificent. They are my favorite color, by the way.
You get a very nervous okay back. But your watch will go by uneventful.
I guess I'll go wake up Alton.
All right.
Wake up, wake up. The other one said, Vash said that there was a dragon that showed up before my watch. A black
you-
one.
You let us sleep through it?
Oh,
They
I
let us
didn't.
sleep through it?
Oh, no. He's gone by now. Feeding on an orc, I believe. Maybe two.
Oh, I'm gonna have a talk and when he gets up. Last thing I need is to be waken up by a dragon. I'll keep an eye out.
No, it came from over in this direction, and he points off to the northeast. Keep an eye
Wow.
over there. That's where it came from, but I believe it's probably fed for the night. It's a little bit larger than Calcrick.
Well, if I know dragons, one thing they are is greedy, so sleep lightly.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Okay.
And then
I'll-
he's just gonna find a spot and go to sleep.
All right.
Perception check.
Yes, please, Alton.
I'm consistent.
Yeah. You keep an eye out for this dragon. Your watch goes by uneventful, no sign of the dragon. The sun
Okay.
begins to rise as the new day dawns. And we'll stop right there because that's kind of the perfect place to stop.
We're pretty close.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that was exciting.
Unless we want to roleplay Alton's morning waking up Vash.
Yeah, I mean, we can
Yeah.
do that. That's fine. We got 8 minutes.
We're just gonna poke him with a stick.
What the hell, man?
Like, bro, you think seeing a dragon might be something worth waking us up about?
Well, it didn't come our way. I mean,
If it did,
Hermie and
you know,
Dacton need their beauty sleep. I mean, look at them.
they got AOE's, man.
Wait, what about a dragon?
Oh, a dragon. That's the bird that your little bird saw. Was that
Oh, good.
Dacton saying that or Hermie saying that?
Hermie.
Okay, that was the bird, the large bird that the tiny bird that Dacton spoke to said he saw. Turns out it's a black dragon.
Oh
It
yeah,
does
did
hunt
I
at
not
night.
mention that that birds just think that anything that flies is also a bird?
That makes a certain amount of sense.
You know,
But in any
sneak-
case, it wasn't a danger to us, so I didn't feel it was necessary to wake anyone up, unless you were, I mean, interested in seeing dragons, which are quite magnificent. It was large. Its wingspan covering the moon. It swooped down, picked up an orc, and swung away with it. There was some commotion with the orcs, but I didn't bother to wake anyone because it wasn't necessary.
Oh, yes. Dragons are magnificent creatures. We did see the one in the Sunlit Citadel, and it was beautiful. And it was gorgeous, and I would love to see a real dragon. Maybe we can see it eventually, but why didn't the town tell us that there was a dragon around? Do they not know about the dragon? We should probably tell them and warn them about the dragon.
We may do that when we come back. They may not know. It might not hunt that far south. It has plenty of orcs here to eat.
You know what's funny, Kasric?
What?
Nix also wants to see the dragon.
Well, yes, me and Nix can go on a little adventure together. That'd be fun. See the dragon, maybe steal a scale or two. Oh, no, that'd be dangerous. I can't do that. No. I can't put Alcine in danger. Okay, no.
I mean, if we see the dragon, we're probably gonna have to fight the dragon.
Well, I saw the dragon. We didn't fight it.
Oh well. I'd say
Dragon
that
sees
is a
us.
freak
We'll probably
occurrence.
have to fight it.
That is a different story. If the dragon sees us and decides we're tasty morsels, perhaps we will need to fight it.
And dragons usually have a horde of items and money and gold and silver and copper. I think it'd be a good idea if we do find a dragon and kill it. We gotta find his horde too. I could think of all the spells I could transcribe.
It is somewhere to the northeast. But we have pressing matters down this chimney, so let's do that another time.
Yeah.
Maybe after we're done with the orcs, we can go down and visit.
I have a feeling that we'll have to visit that dragon at some point, creepily. It's a shiver up my
Oh.
spine for some reason.
What if the orc that had the axe was eaten by the dragon, and we have to go
That's-
find it anyway?
That's what I have. That's what I feel like. If anyone's gonna take a treasure trove,
Does your possession by Nyx give you some sort of precognitive power?
no, it's just I know nature at least,
Hmm.
and I've heard stories of dragons.
Hmm.
But it's just something in me that just says that might be where it is. I hope not. I'd rather deal with the orcs than deal with that.
I concur. All right. And scene. Um, sorry. It's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, fellas. Good game this evening. We are on for next week, which isn't the week that we're missing Artemis, is it?
No,
You're not.
the
you're
week
missing, like,
out. No, it's like 3
24th.
weeks from now.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
It's like the end
24th,
of the
so-
month. Okay.
Yeah.
Good, cool. All right. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for
Bye.
playing. Hope you guys had
Fun.
fun. I know I did. Thank everybody for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you folks next time.